Yo, what's good? It's Yaya, and it's been a month since Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles released, and my day one Demon Slayer game tier list. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, my last tier list was a banger, but I did have a few misses on it however. After watching many tournaments though, and many different players play this game, I want to make a month one tier list with some demons in the game again to show where I personally think the meta of the game is kind of going and all that jazz. I'd rather do videos on the demons when it's time for them to come out, you know, like analytically analyzing the characters' moves and stuff like that. I want to try that with the Demon Slayer game. So this might be my last tier list until all the DLC is done for Demon Slayer game. That being said, can you please hit the like button for me and subscribe with turning on all notifications so you will never miss the final Demon Slayer game tier list when it's time. Enough all that talking, LGI, let's get it, let go.
Alright, who's next?
Let's see who's stronger.
What is good? What is poppin', everybody? It's your boy Yaya, back like I never left with a month one tier list of Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because we got more characters, the game has developed, there has been many more tournaments, and again, this is my thoughts on how I feel about the ranking of Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles characters. This is an updated tier list. I'm gonna be real, my last tier list was like 50% kinda whack, but this time I think I fixed the tier list this time around. So let's get into it, okay? So first things first, we gotta delete C and D tier. I honestly don't think anybody's trash. We deleting C, we deleting D, okay? So now we got SAB, SAB. We SAB boys out here, okay? Now, here's the honest truth, though. We're gonna make a new tier. We're gonna call it, add a row below. We're gonna call this tier Undeveloped Murata. Alright, so at the bottom tier, we're gonna put Undeveloped Murata gang, because that's where I feel Murata is. I don't think he sucks, I just nobody wants to play him. And I think his assists are OD. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think his assists are really good. At least the first one. The second one, the water wheel ain't nothing like nobody else's water wheel, but I do think he got some promise. There's nobody's really exploring him, but with Enza, you know, if you watch him on Twitch. I think it's some other player, but other than that, nobody's really played this character. Now the next character that I think is probably at the low of B tier, right? And B tier is not ordered, by the way. I do think Makomo has to go still at the low of B tier. I do think Makomo has the ability to do anything in the game with Surge, but that's pretty much every character in the game. And I think base by herself, she doesn't do crazy of damage. Overall, she do got some cool tools, but it's like, if you can hit the block button, you probably won't get mixed by her, you know? So Makomo's still really unexplored too a little bit, but I do think she just lacks in damage. That's why she at the low of B. Now y'all not gonna like this next take, okay? Y'all might not like this next take. A lot of y'all probably not. I'm gonna go ahead and run it up. I'm gonna run it up and I'm gonna give it to Akaza. I personally think Akaza is a character that struggles by himself. Yeah, he does have tools to be able to compete. He's viable, but I don't think he all that. I think you gotta do too much. I also think with Akaza, like, his skills are not that good. You know, the netcode will probably carry him more than him actually doing anything. Like the lunge punch, I've seen somebody get grabbed out of it. His DP is just a DP. You can't really combo off of it like that. And if you do, you have to combo off it early on, you know? I just don't feel like he's that strong of a character, which is why like Senju in Japan and a few other creators was like, hey yo, we gotta buff the demons. At first I was like, all right, they'll be able to play alone, but I don't really care about Akaza either. I've been playing him, and like, if any of my most losses come from any character, it would be from Akaza. I think the best thing Akaza has is his projectiles, but I think another character could just outbeat him. I think the best matchup that character has is Rui. Everybody else he kind of loses to. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. Akaza could be anywhere else, but most Akazas I've played on ranked online, they be getting washed by like teams. I've seen it a lot. They struggle. Not saying he garbage. I personally just don't care about him. All right, who is next in this tier? So this is where we get very, very crazy, okay? Where we get very different. Now, I personally want to say Zenitsu is like B tier, okay? The reason why I'm putting Zenitsu in B tier is because most Zenitsu players that play this character burn a lot of meter. And even then, I think one of his glaring weaknesses is that his first hit being a shoulder tackle instead of just throwing out the sword, he has a lot of situations where he would just lose out and mash. And Demon Slayer, why don't you just mash sometimes? I mean, unless you're in a tournament, you got somebody else that know what they're doing. But if you're playing ranked or playing with friends, why not just mash your ass off? You're probably gonna beat out Zenitsu in most cases, because he don't even get the trade clash that just resets neutral. He just gets hit out. Maybe I'm probably underrating Zenitsu. I just feel like his weakness is still strong and more glaring here, especially if you got a person that knows how to play some defense. Yeah, Darkskin also made a defense guy that will help a lot of y'all out because y'all need this help. Now we get to the next character. This is kind of hard because I personally think Hinokami Tanjiro is a good character. The one tool that he has, which would be the guard break super, you might as well just mash and you beat it out. He don't get no armor on it, and I think he should get some armor on it for the factor that he has to use a little bit more meter, I believe, to do it. But who knows? I don't know. I'm not good at balancing, so don't get mad at me. But Hinokami Tanjiro, you gotta go and beat. His normal attack is really good, like the mash on his fire, and I do think his grab's outstanding. Now we on A tier. This is gonna be the crazy part of the video. I'm very excited because a lot of people are gonna get mad, upset. Look, bro, I'm not saying no character's garbage or whack. I'm telling you, everybody could be used. I just think in the tier of my tier list, this is where these characters could go. So opinion, okay? Don't get mad. So essentially, I will have to say the next character that I have like little to no experience with, and like most of them just feel very flowcharty because that's what you gotta do. I think Sabito is a very underrated character, or maybe overrated would be the right word. I think Sabito is really good. He's just very solid. He has everything, but he ain't got nothing that makes him feel cheap. Like, if you know how to push block one of his breathing forms that hits 5 times, you could literally cook him. Literally, you could cook. Other than that, like, I don't see anything crazy about Sabito. That's just my thoughts on that overall. But I do think I haven't ran into so many, and every time I run into one, either they get washed really badly or they just beat me. So I feel like that's what he deserved. That A tier, baby. Ooh, we get to that crazy territory now. So I put Sabito down there. I think the next character I would probably have to put would be Water Tanjiro. Do I have to explain Water Tanjiro to y'all? Water Tanjiro is hilarious. Water Tanjiro is funny. I think Water Tanjiro is funny. Now I'm thinking about it, I feel like Zenitsu might be like better than Hinokami Tanjiro. That's just how I feel. Okay, next in A tier. Next in A tier would probably have to go to the one and only Inosuke. I think Inosuke is probably S tier material. He's really good. However, everybody don't want to play Inosuke. You barely see Inosuke online. Like the Korean players, they're going off with Inosuke. They having fun right now. I even said when the game came out, Inosuke is kind of nuts. People are like not looking at Inosuke. Oh, Inosuke also has that dang boar-headed move. It's like he headbutts and then he does it again. It tilts the living hell out of me. Like, but sometimes, oh my God, I like doing it to people, but it does not feel good to get hit with that. And that move lingers. It's so good. I think that tool alone puts him up there at A. He probably got one of the best special moves in the game. And also, don't forget that he has the multi-hitting, beast breathing with the swords. Oh my God, it's just like Nezuko's assist. Except that, like, It don't push block like the Nezuko one, but we'll get to Nezuko when we get to Nezuko. Now we're on to the top of the morning, top of S tier, okay? So, this is where we get crazy. We got 6 characters left. There's a lot of characters that could be in and out everywhere in this game. I personally think now we're at the bottom of S tier, okay? I'm still looking at Zenitsu because I'm thinking like he might deserve higher. But I do think he's still good overall. I think that's one of the characters where like I can't definitely put him in the spot. I think Zenitsu is more so defined by the fact of who's playing them. Now we're on the bottom of S tier. Who could that go to? Who could that be? I'm gonna personally say it. I think it might have to be Urokodaki. Now, my thing with Urokodaki is I hate playing him. I think he's the most boring character to play in this game. Like literally, he's just like the most bootleg version of like if you put Iruka Sensei and Kushina from Naruto, like the trap ordeal and stuff like that. I just think he's just boring. But the fact that he got a water wheel just helps his case out. He's very good, but I do not like playing him like that. But I do think for him having traps alone, and like not too many characters can't get over it, but like maybe 1, maybe 2. That would probably be the Tanjiros and Nezuko. I do not see any promise with nobody getting past him. I personally think he solidified his spot in the S tier. Now next in S tier, I gotta give it to him. I gotta throw it out here. I definitely think Shinobu is a hard S tier. Now the reason with Shinobu is Shinobu has tools that beat out everything in the game. I believe she has the best charge hit in the game. She could cancel off of it. She could break your guard and still get it confirmed. No matter if it's red or whatever, she still could just, she has so much air mobility. Since the netcode is not that great, her little stagger poke is good. She can scare people off. She has everything in the game. She is like essentially one of the perfect characters. And I'm struggling in myself. Do I want to play Shinobu or do I want to play some other characters with her? Because I don't know. I'm just right now. The next character on this tier list, and you already know, I'm a dead calm supremacist. So therefore, we got to throw you up here, Giyuu. Giyuu personally counters all the cheese. Yes, you can bait out dead calm, right? However, with Giyuu, if it's lagging, you're probably going to get hit. And also what I'm seeing more of, instead of trying to focus on hitting the player using it, you use it on the assist because the AoE, the area of effect, is big enough. It can even stun you and the assist if you just start mashing too early or trying to get in too fast. I think Giyuu's really good. He personally has, now that I know, one of the best water wheels in Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. This man got it. Give it to Giyuu at the mid of top of S tier, okay? Now we on to the next 3 characters. Here's my take, right? I personally think the next character would probably have to be Rengoku. As time goes on, Rengoku still does Rengoku things. The Rengoku experience is that if he touches you, he's probably gonna take 50% of your health. However, I will say that now that people are learning like, all right, you can push block his slide and then go after him, and you have different ways to get around him. If you know his patterns, they all go for the same thing now. He's probably one of the more popular characters online. So you start getting used to people or players' patterns of what moves, especially like Blazing Universe, all that. I definitely think that's where we at. that's where I personally feel like where we at with Rengoku. Still look amazing character, but as time goes on, I think there's a couple characters better than him, okay? And the next character I'm gonna go ahead and give it to is probably one of my favorite characters to play in the game, would have to be Rui. Rui, personally, is one of the most fun characters in Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. I think the best thing about Rui is that her attack, he has range on it. I apologize because last time y'all was like, oh, I never knew, okay? I never even, if I did, I probably forgot. It's been so long since I watched Demon Slayer earlier this year, okay? Probably forgot. All right, regardless, This man, he got some of the best mash in the game. He also has spider web string is the one that goes vertical and it stops water wheel users. Literally the main team you see, even in our Hashira Showdown, aka join the Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles competitive Discord, you will know, you will see that Tanjiros, you saw a lot of Tanjiros in the tournament, you saw a lot of Rengokus in the tournament, Giyuus, you saw a lot of those people in top 8. And I think Rui actually beats a lot of the water wheel mash or a lot of water wheel, you know, shenanigans. It's like the anti-Shoto. If this was Street Fighter, the characters that beat out the Shotos typically. Ooh, I think Rui is really good. I think the weakness with Rui is that Rui fights alone. Also, I'm gonna make a video on why I'm kind of annoyed with this game. I kind of wish they let us play with like the demons with other characters. That's like saying in Naruto Storm, the Akatsuki can't fight with the Hidden Leaf Village. Like, come on, it's a fighting game. Let me pick everybody and play the game with the mechanics, just balance them around it. I get it's a unique concept, but it also puts the demons in thy disadvantage. The last character on this list would have to go to my girl, Nezuko. I think Nezuko is nuts. I think Nezuko is ridiculous in this game. Nezuko claws, if you don't push block right, you get cooked. Even if you try to push block because of the netcode got delayed it, you might get counter hit out of your whatever movement option you want to do. She could do one of the easiest BNBs to get a lot of damage and don't even use more than what, almost 2 bars or at least half of your meter or your gauge. Nezuko got the sauce. She has like a good grab that's just forward advancing. Essentially, she is Hinokami Tanjiro ×2. I think Nezuko is probably one of the most fun characters to play in the game too. So this is the tier list now, but I'm gonna do some rearranging to make it my final month 1 tier list for Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles. Let's do this. So my second opinion would be I might move you up. I'm moving Zenitsu up, okay? I'm giving Zenitsu his flowers. I'm giving Zenitsu his flowers, okay? Okay. Y'all happy? I don't know. I feel like I've been playing Zenitsu and I like him a lot. I think he's really good, but he only really good in the hands of who playing him. The average person's not gonna be able to play Zenitsu. Like most people that play Zenitsu on rank, or if you don't even play fighting games or even arena fighters rather, this probably might be your first one because this is a new generation of anime fans. Y'all gonna be making Zenitsu look like Murata, undeveloped gang, you know? So that's why I'm gonna put that. All right, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see more Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles videos, news, etc., that's just how I feel with the tier list. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at Akaza. I can already tell you a lot of people are gonna be mad at him. I think he's good. I think he needs buffs. I think they need to just make his stuff more herder. A character like that with just hands and just like a projectile. And the projectile, if you played the story mode, he is nothing compared to his story mode counterpart. If it was a story mode counterpart, I'm putting him up here. Wait, move, Nezuko, move. I'm putting him up here. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That being said, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, avataryayaTV_. And remember, you guys are golden, and that is raw. Koala, peace, and I'm out.
I've been a devil, I need me an arc in the heart of my breathing, I feel like Tanjiro. Walking this bitch with a Sabito, while she rock it, I keep me a domino. Bitch on my dick, man, I feel like Kazaki. Stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm snatching the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I spitting, I'm feeling like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face Suki.